folks. It's Nick and Tim again. I got a question for you that we're going to pose to you, and I want honest answers, either video responses or comments down below. The movie that we've just seen, The Other Guys, is as much a documentary on excess as anything else. Towards the end, they give figures similar to a documentary, and they're not exaggerated as far as we can tell. As of 2010, a CEO, the average CEO salary is 319 to 1 in regards to payments.
The average employee.
Yeah, for the average employee, meaning that me and Tim, who work on the bottom rung, get a lot less than what a CEO would actually make nowadays. Now the question is, why do we even stand up for that? What's the point of paying a CEO $341 million when they're not really doing anything except speaking at public functions, presenting ideas, possibly doing good ideas to enhance a company?
In other words, do you think their value warrants what they make as a salary?
Yeah.
For what they do, for the functions that they do.
What do you think about that, folks? Realistically, the reason why we're asking it is because we got into not a debate, an actual discussion on the matter, where there's doctors, lawyers that make $150,000 or more. There's sports stars that make $4 million for playing a sport. There's people that have built the company up that are worth 30 some odd million dollars or more, all depending on what their salary is. It's the question about money here is very relevant for the simple fact that if you're now the head of a company and all you do is steer the car and you don't do anything else because you're relegating duties to other people so that you don't have to do anything else except steer the car, why are we paying you so much money to do it? When we're paying lowly employees or employees on the bottom rung, either in customer service or anywhere else, roughly 1/1000th of what you make in a year.
So even though you may be saying that's the way it is in the world, the question you should be asking is, why are we even saying that question? That's just the way it is. Should we not, all of us, just be somehow revolting against this whole idea and trying to do something with our governments or anything to change these things? Because it's a mockery.
Yeah. Now, what I told Tim is what I'm going to propose to you as a possible idea, but if it'll change, if it'll actually do anything, God knows. The only thing I do know is that I believe that the maximum salary for any human being should be $150,000, with the rest of the money being donated to charities, and not just the charities of their choice, but going into a pool and divided amongst charities so that at least society as a whole benefits from everything that everybody does.
If you can't be disciplined enough to survive on $150,000 a year, then there's something seriously flawed in our society, or even us as human beings, that we can't, manage that amount of money and pay our bills and live fairly comfortably. So.
Yeah, now, with that said, bear in mind that most people, the average salary range between Americans and Canadians for a mid-range salary tends to be anywhere between $18,000 to $40,000 a year. If you're not capable of making your budget meet, you're living excessively over your own basic needs, meaning that you're not living, how do we say it in French? Tu vis pas selon tes moyens. You're not living within your own means. You're living outside of your means. You're stretching your credit. You're doing a whole bunch of things that you shouldn't be doing. But one that lives within one's means usually lives quite comfortably, and you have nothing to gripe about.
And you can do it. And you can absolutely do it. I mean, there's people that are they're even below average that can still live within their means and still live a happy life and fulfilling life. It's plausible and it's possible. It's just that, do we have the discipline to do it?
Yeah. So please, comments, video responses down below in the Voldy, just below the Voldy actually. And if you like Tim, let me know, and we'll try to include him more often in these particular discussions. Have a nice one.
Peace, everyone.